First of all, I want to thank you all for coming. Seeing this turnout is so indicative of the individuals who have contributed to my trail of becoming an Eagle Scout. While many have facilitated the journey was mine alone to complete. During a Scout's tenure with the troop, the Scout finds themselves not only trying to complete a trail of excellence, but they find themselves on a long journey of self-discovery. They begin to evaluate what ethics they value, the qualities they value in other people, and ultimately what they decide is the best version of themselves. There was a time when this shirt I'm wearing did not fit me. It was oversized, baggy, and did not fit my 10-year-old 4'11" body. I was advised to not change the shirt as I would gradually grow into it. It only took 5 years, but yes, I did grow into it. Prior to growing into the uniform, there were times when I thought about hanging it up. I failed to understand where the glory lied in becoming an Eagle Scout. My mother was one of 9 sisters, and my dad one of 8 siblings. On my mother's side, I was the youngest of 17 grandchildren. On my dad, I was the 10th oldest out of 19 grandchildren. Yet no matter how big my family was, there was no one in my family who achieved the rank of Eagle Scout. I then repeated that sentence out loud, except this time with a more positive connotation. As time went on, I began to value the uniform more and more. It was no longer a baggy shirt that smelled kind of bad. Okay, that's not true. It was still a baggy shirt that smelled bad, but there was meaning behind it. I began to realize that as a Boy Scout, I was a part of something much bigger and much more accomplished than anything I could possibly comprehend. Every day I wore the uniform, I was a different person from when I wore it last. It's true that I wore that uniform like a badge, but the problem is there were badges on my uniform, so wearing the uniform like a badge is a bit redundant. Beyond the honor of making my family an Eagle family, I realized our nation needed positive role models, youths who demonstrate the best qualities that our nation values so dearly. When we recite the Scout Law and the Scout Oath, we reaffirm a moral code that we subscribe to in our daily lives. This law stays with us until adulthood. It did for me, and it did for several of the other Eagle Scouts in this room right now. Unfortunately, there are individuals who lack a moral compass. When I look at this troop, I see a competent group of young men and women who have values that sadly many adults fail to demonstrate. Some find that embarrassing, but I find that quite encouraging. It shows that there are thousands of youths who already want to enforce their beliefs that they so staunchly uphold. Some say that chivalry is dead, but I say that scouting is alive. On every Scout's trail to Eagle, it requires several mentors to facilitate the journey, and I was deeply privileged and honored to have been benefited by such mentors. Choosing the specific ones that helped me the most was quite challenging. I'm deeply grateful for so many people who have dedicated their hard work and time to my trail. But I'm not being in general, I actually did choose a couple people. So, first and foremost, I want to acknowledge Mr. Geishiger. His sense of humor and determination never fails to encourage me, and I can't think of another person who deserves this pin in my Cub Scout hide. There you go. The next mentor credit is dedicated to Mr. Larufa. Truthfully, I don't know where I would be without him, but my bet is probably lost on Tuckerman's Ravine. He's been my scoutmaster when I was arguably at my lowest points. For that, this mentor pin is dedicated to him.
I really don't.
Thank you very much. Thirdly, I want to dedicate this next mentor pin to Mr. Ramirez. I'm eternally grateful that his support and guidance helped me get my trail on the fast track, and for that this pin is dedicated to him.
You want me to take it, buddy?
Sure.
Make it ceremonial or something?
This way. My final mentor pin goes to none other than Scoutmaster Pete Audley. He became our Scoutmaster just of recent memory, and for his thriftiness, commitment to the troop, and becoming the Scoutmaster that we need so right now, this pen is dedicated to him.
Thank you.
Those were 4 mentor pins, but I have one more pin. This next mentor pin goes to my grandfather, Patrick Francis Preston. He is my last surviving grandparent, and I'm so fortunate that he could live to see this day. This grandfather pin goes to you.
He'll come to you.
All 5 of those pins are dedicated to mentors. Even though they're all dedicated to them, they can only facilitate the journey. At the end, it is the scout who must complete this trail. A wise man once said that the scouts become less invested once they get a whiff of gasoline and perfume. I've become quite acquainted with the former. The latter, it's complicated, but on this trail you will encounter many obstacles, including academics, sociality, maturity, and maybe theater. Time is on your side, but only if you allow it. To all Eagle candidates, I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and to everyone else, thank you.